Next, we talk about SEO. SEO is really the whole idea of optimizing your website for the search. When we talk about SEO, though, there's a term that we use called long-tail SEO. So what is long-tail SEO? Long-tail SEO is really the more natural search that leads to the conversion on your site. And as you can see in this little graph here, what we say about long-tail SEO is that it's going to be more focused and you have a higher probability of conversion at the point that a user's doing that search. Taking it, for example, say you're doing a search for shoes. Shoes is a very generic keyword that probably is going to produce over 500 million results on the web. Very unfocused, most likely that I'm window shopping at that point during my search. A more focused conversion or a more focused search that I'm going to do is something specific to the type of shoe I'm looking for. So I always like to say that I'm looking for red Nike men's running shoes. That's a specific product that I need or want. And most likely the company or the business that's going to be listed first for that search is going to provide that product that I need. And that's what we call a long-tail keyword and what you should be focusing on when you start talking about how to drive traffic to your website. It's great if you can optimize your site for a very generic term. However, you're going to see a lot of traffic, but you're not going to see the conversions coming to your site. When you start implementing those more longer tail key phrases into the search query, you're going to get less traffic, but you're going to get a higher rate of conversions on the web, which leads obviously to more business and a larger ROI for your company. On top of that, a big thing when it comes to SEO is links. Links is really the relationship that you have out on the web. So it's my website linking to another website. When we talk about trusted links, we talk about the authority of your business on the web. The authority is what's powering your domain here. The closer you are to 100, the more powerful your domain is out on the web. The more that you're likely to link to somebody with a higher authority, it also increases your rate of getting a higher authority on the web, which proves to be a more powerful source of business and can drive better leads to your company. So an example of what these should look like, and you'll be able to easily tell this when you start networking with people out on the web. The left here is a content link that we actually created for one of our clients. What this is it's a natural piece of content written for somebody filling an informational gap on the web. And what we did is we networked with this website and said, do you have any kind of content that's needed? Do you have a blog post that you need written for? Or do you have any kind of information that we can write? And they say yes, and we write this piece of content. And within that content, we actually link back to our client's website. The link on the left is actually a non-trusted link. This is what we call a spam link or a black hat link that people think that they can easily get but can actually penalize your website. These types of directory listings are very low quality and can have a negative effect on your SEO. So we highly discourage you from ever trying to obtain these. You may have run into these situations with maybe getting emails from people saying, oh, you spend $100, we'll get you 500 links. That's a huge red flag as to links being built this way, whereas you want more natural ones like this, written for your business. On top of links, there's also this paid search initiative. Paid search is what we call pay-per-click. So pay-per-click is really where there's a cost associated with particular keywords and you're marketing your business this way, but every time somebody clicks on that ad that you're running, you're actually paying for that user to come visit your site. This may be a relevant strategy for you, or it might not be so relevant, but it's something worth talking about because, unfortunately, if you do take this initiative, you can run the risk of spending a lot of money that you're not seeing in return. The way to actually go about marketing this is focusing on your user traffic. You want really to target how people are coming to your site. And the more effectively that you're bidding for these keywords, you're going to see more relevant traffic coming from this. The nice thing about pay-per-click, unlike SEO, is that pay-per-click is an immediate effect. The moment that you activate your campaign, your ad's going to run right away. So you're going to see immediate traffic right away. It's also going to assist with your conversion process drastically. Because what you are targeting with your pay-per-click campaign is the inner pages of your website where you can actually land on a conversion. And then on top of that, it's extremely targeted. So your audience is more focused on that search and they're going to click on an ad if it's relevant to them. So you're only going to be obtaining traffic, if set up properly, for people that really want the information about your business. On top of pay-per-click, a great initiative for the construction industry is remarketing. Remarketing is a huge program that when a visitor comes to your website and they leave, they're actually still getting ads that are generated for your business. So say I come to website A and I bounce off and go to penlive.com or any other website that I'm actually just reading news about or surfing the web. There's going to be spaces on that website that there's going to be ads that actually populate for your business. It's a great way to drive traffic back to your site, as well as also focus on that idea of a lost cause. This person may not ready to be converted that time, but it's a constant remarketing of your brand to them. And at some point, they're going to come back because they keep seeing your name over and over again. And then a term that I've been using is conversions. Conversions are really the main focus of all of this. We want to focus on getting a user to your site, but not only getting them to your site, getting them to actually do something when they get there. Pick up the phone, submit a lead form, consult with you about your business. And it's actually more effective to double your conversion rate than to double your site traffic. So how do we focus on conversions? We actually ran this test with Empire Cat, and one of the things we did is we had this contact form over here, and it wasn't seeing a lot of use from any of the visitors to their site. So what we did is we implemented this huge call to action banner on their site, which then increased their conversion rate by 20% on that lead form.